Hi there, I'm Jen, this is Remembered Reads, and we are one day away from the start of March Mystery Madness. So this is going to be a TBR video and a reminder to pick up some mysteries. And it's too cold to stay outside, so let's go inside and take a look at some books. So an easy way to start any readathon or reading challenge is with a single short story, and so for me that's going to be P.D. James's The Victim. This is one of the pieces that was published by Faber's Short Stories. Yeah, I think it'll be a nice, easy way to start. And continuing with short stories, the Mammoth Book of Historical Crime Fiction is a book that I just borrowed from my mother. It has a huge number of stories from a variety of well-known authors, including a couple favorites of mine. The authors of the John Munich series have something in here. The authors of the Ian Rutledge mysteries have something in here. So I think this will be a lot of fun to work through. And I think after that, I'll probably want to try something that's not a historical mystery. So what I have here is The Last Taxi Ride by A.X. Ahmad. This is a series in which the sleuth is a New York City taxi driver, which is a nice modern setting. So I think that'll be a nice contrast to the previous collection to maybe read in between stories. And then flipping back to historical but with a twist, this is Dead Man's Reach from D.B. Jackson's Thief Taker series. This is historical fiction, but it's also urban fantasy and a mystery, in which our main sleuth is both a magician and a character living in 1770s Boston. So it's always fun. It's been a couple of years since I've read one of these, and I'm looking forward to getting back into it. And then next up is A Dangerous Crossing from the Getik Tak series. This is a series about two police officers in a culturally sensitive crime unit in Toronto, although I believe that this volume is actually set when the main character is on holiday, or traveling anyway, in Iran, so this should be interesting. I have read this series out of order. And next up is another series which unfortunately is never going to be finished. This is Paul Cornell's The Severed Streets, which is an urban fantasy / mystery hybrid series about a group of supernatural detectives in London. I really enjoyed the first one. Unfortunately, after the third one, the publisher said they weren't going to do any more of these, which is a shame because I really enjoyed them. And of course, it's always fun to pick up something like one of Agatha Christie's series, like this Poirot novel, or one of those Nancy Drew mysteries. I just found a stack of my sister's old Nancy Drew files, which are the late 80s, early 90s run of Nancy Drew, or reinvention of Nancy Drew. So I think it would be fun to read one of these and just see how dated that is compared to the old 40s ones. I think that would be funny. And continuing on the Nancy Drew theme, I'm also going to pick up a graphic novel in the form of this Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys series, which is, I think, semi-ongoing now. It appears occasionally. This collection, I believe, is Volume 1 that came out a couple of years ago. And I'm also going to pick up Volumes 2 and maybe more of Tramp, which is a French crime noir series set in the 1940s. I talked about the first one a couple of months ago, and I haven't followed up with the series, and I'm looking forward to getting deeper into that. They are available on Hoopla, which is always great. And I also have a book on hold at the library, and that's Sheena Kamal's It All Falls Down. This is a series that I read the first one a couple of years ago. It was tonally very odd. The first half was very serious social commentary about this homeless detective in Vancouver, and then the second half just turned into a crazy action romp. So it was really weird, but also pretty entertaining. So I'm looking forward to getting back into this series. I believe the third one is coming out later this year. In any case, it'll be fun to get to this one. So if you're taking part in March Mystery Madness, I'd love to hear what you're planning on reading. And enjoy this look of Victoria Falls on the Zimbabwe side as we leave, because I miss the weather there. It's miserable here now. That's it for now. Ciao.